Frank Whittle came up with the turbojet idea and moved it to patents, but the UK government wasn't interested at the time. When is D-Day happening? No plans for D-Day at the moment, because that's opening up another front that we can barely contain. I think right now our biggest target is going to be Japan. Push them out of China, make China into a nationalist puppet. I mean, nationalist China into a puppet. Which would give us access to China's manpower, supply them with guns, take over the Japanese homelands, and then push into the Soviets from behind, and then possibly do a D-Day. Also, we're trying to push the Axis out of Africa. I think Africa and Japan. Between those two. D-Day is not going to happen until the Soviets are dead, I don't think. Or at least until the Soviets are contained in, like, the Caucasus. Is India going into Thailand? I think they might be. Feel like we're gaining ground here. But I'm not investing very much because this is a really nasty place to be fighting. I think an attack on China will have to be done navally. And I want to do that after we've taken Africa. Because then all these African forces can be sent over to the Eastern Theatre.
Attention!
Ah! More Marines.
Commands!
Is this all of you going? It is. Excellent. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to cancel you. I'm going to assign you to them. But I'm not going to have you as part of the naval invasion. You're just going to be ready to move in. We will, however, do that just so I can station you there. Okay.
Ready!
Meanwhile, the Soviets keep coming for us. 5.9 losses. 4.1 of them inflicted by the Brits.
Listen up!
Naval invasion! Boom. Hello, Germany! That's right, the British are here! Let's drink some tea. In celebration.
Yes, sir! Attention! Ready, sir!
You're not being very proactive now, are you? Come on, people.
Listen up! Move out!
Ah, Meteor. Done. So what's the upgrade? Guessing that you... Oh no, you're actually... Well, that's interesting. The Meteor... Oh no, the CV is a naval... Ah, CV, right, okay. CV is a carrier. The Gloucester Meteor can do everything. It's a fighter bomber. Range is slightly shorter than my fighters. I want to see if I should start just building Meteors and nothing else. Defense is better, agility is actually worse on the Meteor. Naval attack is worse, ground attack is worse, reliability is better, production cost is more expensive, same range. Better air attack, worse superiority, same targeting, faster. And versus the Tempest? 5 ground attack against 22. So no, Tempests are still better at ground attacks. Now, CVs versus regulars, are there any other differences? They use less manpower, more air defense. Worse? Worse naval attack? They're also slower. No, they're just smaller. Not nearly as good. I wonder, should we wait until we get vampires? I'm guessing that these are the ground attackers. Yeah, they are. Although we have to wait until the Canberra before they become as good as Tempests. CV's a fighter only, they lose ground. Naval attack to fit on the carriers, yeah, that's what I was assuming. And these are heavy bombers. Not as big an improvement as I was hoping for. Good tier 3 bomb, artillery. So if I did upgrade the Meteor, range, engine, reliability, would cost us 900. Range is actually going to be equal. Agility is going to be better. Max speed is much better. Okay, so if we upgrade the Meteor, then it does overtake. So we're just going to need to wait until we get 900 air experience, and then we can do that feasibly.
Ready, sir! Move out! Ready, sir! Ready, sir! Listen up!
Whoops. Bugger.
Fall in! Move out! Move out!
What I was trying to do was go 1, 2, 3, 4 of you on there. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. On there. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. On there.
Fall in!
And then you two can go there.
Ready, sir!
Okay. Let's take some land.
Orders!
There's the airbase.
Commands!
Oh, except, haha! I don't have any fighter bombers attached to these guys anymore. That's okay, we can build a bunch. So let's actually have you start down here. Dive bombers. Free French. Dive bombers. Free French. Dive bombers. Free French. And then I think I'm going to go fighters. Free French. All of you are going to be assigned to the Marines. Hopefully you assign soon enough.
Ready! Fall in!
This has actually been more successful than I'd expected.
Ready to move! Ready!
It's going to be a nice cut-off, actually. Liberia wants to join the Allies. Excellent timing there, little buddy. Couldn't have done that better myself.
Attention! Ready to move!
Centurion, modern tank. We're going to get the Malkara, which is the tank destroyer. Then we're probably going to start building those.
Fall in! Listen up! Fall in!
These guys land, and then I'm just going to cancel all of their orders and set up something a bit neater.
Fall in!
This has been one hell of a naval invasion. I was not expecting it to be quite this successful.
Fall in! Ready to move!
Done. Hell yeah.
Ready, sir!
Okay, so all of you blues that are up here in the northern section. Push across there. And all of you blues in the southern section.
Come on!
Keep doing that. One of your main objectives is going to be to link up.
Move out!
And then you lot need new orders, which is going to be to come storming down here, and then take up the slack from the Marines, because what my ultimate goal here is for the Yellows to take over from the Marines, then we can set up naval invasions of these bits. Concentrated industry. Cool. Streamline line. Now we need to do some more factory building, because we're going to need a lot of them. Actually, before we do that, see if there was anywhere that I did not build resource production. Now, any of these important? Yes, short answer. Right, and then we can also do this. State's mandate. We're going to get secular institutions. We're going to wait until we get 175.
Ready, sir! Yes, sir!
And now that the South America campaign is over, I'm hoping that we get a bunch of those troops coming in to assist us over here. Right, the other thing I need to double check is destroyers, because I suspect that we've lost a lot. Maybe not, actually. Spain in the war, yeah, Spain is. And honestly, when the attack into Europe comes, D-Day is probably going to be Spain. Definitely having a few supply issues.
Orders!
So your line should be the entire line. Right, Dempsey, how are you doing? 80%. So close, yet so far.
Commands!
Where are the yellows? Guys! Oh, I see what the problem is. It's because the blues are down here, they're taking up all the supplies, so you don't want to move in. Except because you keep moving, you keep suffering the attrition. Because stupid AI.
Ready!
Right, what's the highest level naval base around here? Senegal. Right, let's prepare for this. There.
Commands! Move out!
I'm going to tell you just to head south. Hopefully we just get out of the way of these guys. Oops. That is in the same zone, so it is still going to have attrition, unfortunately. We should probably have launched an attack from one of the two Portuguese zones. And we still could. Yeah, we are. Because these are technically not in the same supply area. So any units that we have in these won't count to the yellows. So the yellows can get more work done.
Listen up!
3 of you.
Commands!
3. What? Why not?
Attention! Orders!
Oh, I wonder if I have the technology for this many.
Ready to
I may
move.
not.
Ready! Listen up!
No, apparently I do.
Listen up!
He was bugging out for some reason.
Commands! Ready!
That's all I can do. So yeah, we could only do 20, not 24. That's what the problem was.
Ready!
So I just need to make sure that these guys are sitting in one of these locations, just so they're not taking up supply.
Orders!
Please do force march. Please do force march. Because they use up less supply when they're force marching as well. Although their counterattacks are going to smart a bit. Never mind. Desert Infantry 4. Good, good, good. Let's go get Marine 4s, seeing as we are using those pretty heavily. And hell, why not? Shock Troop 4s too. We have a lot of things to research. In fact, I should have done more of the production stuff. Quarter Pounders, Construction 6. Quarter Pounders, you know what I mean. Could get better radar. No, we want to keep... Oh, we've already done all of these. Just need to get excavation. Cool. Whoa! Norway, what's happened to your aluminium output? Naval route efficiency means I'm getting intercepted somewhere. One fewer. The issue of going via Spain is the Pyrenees. Yeah, well at that point you've got enough ports where you can just bypass the Pyrenees. I mean, on the UK, naval invasions are going to feature pretty heavily. I've lost almost 1 million. Unheard of! How many is America? 2 million. Okay, America's not doing too badly. Italy's lost 1.9. Ouch. Soviets are at 6. Japan's at 2.6. And fielded manpower, they've got almost 20 million. We've got 10. They've lost 14, we've lost 10. Oh yeah, India's lost almost 1 million too.
Orders!
So the naval invasion is already ready. That's really quite impressive. Go on then, by all means.
Listen up!
And your planning preparation is still going. How much would it cost to boost? Bit more than I'm willing to pay. Let's go and start putting some pressure on them. One thing I will do though is I'm going to say gentle execution. I don't want you wasting lives. Super soldiers. Done. Now I think it's time for the means. I think we've got the ends, now we're doing the means. Right? Yep. We got to the end before the means. And we can replace the artillery, which we should do. Could also probably upgrade that artillery, seeing as we are using more of it now. Just straight up soft attack upgrade. What's the barrel do? Oh, breakthrough and defense. No, I think we probably want to do something like this, just increasing the soft attack damage. It's a fair old increase. Oh, and also, hold on. Big change. Meteors. Range. Reliability and engine. I'm now going to start building meteors instead of spitefulls. Which does mean that... Oh, bloody hell, look at that tungsten usage. Ouch! If only we had Portugal on our side. Hopefully I can actually... Yeah, we can import that tungsten, no problem. From Malaysia, of course it is. Everything comes from there. Unfortunately, we can't produce... too much. Tungsten. There's no factory for it. At least I believe that's correct. Yeah. Oh, 45. We can also get advanced desert clothing, which we'll definitely want. Minus 7% heat attrition. Hell yeah. Oh, we're in.
Ready, sir! Commands! Yes, sir! Listen up! Orders! Commands! Ready!
It's a bit dangerous.
Move out! Listen up! Listen up! Move out! Orders! Move out! Attention! All in!
Death by 1,000 cuts. Let's do this. Especially, there we go, cut off. Especially if we can get these cut-offs going. That's going to be a big deal.
Keep your distances! Yes, sir!
Whoa! What the hell has happened here? That's a big breakthrough. Okay.
Ready to move!
How are you feeling about all of this, Dempsey?
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
I really don't want you fighting the desert's the problem. Hopefully my allies can come and sort that. Sinking a bunch of Italian ships. Never gets old. No, they're going to try and go for the ports on the Red Sea. Whoa! Bye-bye German fleet. Awesome. Are they still in the area? No. Let's go do some repairs then. Should probably also check the Japanese fleet, see if they need repairs. Because these guys definitely did, crikey. That would be you lot. Not really. It's because you never ever find the Japanese to actually need to repair against them. They might... Ooh, yeah, Mediterranean fleet does. Probably because of all the bombers. Just don't have enough fighters to cover everything, and it kind of feels like America's doing an absolutely dreadful job in the sky. I kind of feel like I'm the only one doing anything airborne. Which is annoying, considering America has 14,000 aircraft. Germany has about 2. I have 12. Yeah, I don't think America's actually doing anything in the air. Because we should be absolutely flattening them in the skies.
Commands! Commands!
Air Force is mostly by Japan, probably. Yeah, maybe. Japan does have about 9,000 of their own. Kind of shows you how much damage I've done to the German Air Force. All things considered. Yeah, looks like my allies are getting their act together over there. Next thing. I'm going to set up a destroyer raiding fleet. As I said that I would for a while, I think now is definitely the time to actually do it. New fleet. Your job is going to be... explosions! You are going to go... strike force. No, convoy raiding. Yeah. Just to stop any supply getting in. And these are very, 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 very fast destroyers. They should get over here in no time. They move at 40. Oh no, 33. Less than I thought. Alright, off you go. Convoy raiding. Get to it. Although light cruisers would be a lot better at it, because light cruisers actually have detection. No more artillery until 48. We've already upgraded the armor, and we could probably do with actually upgrading to the modern armor completely. I think I probably will. Let's also research the SPG, in case I decide to use that. It only takes 21 days. Right. Heavy destroyers. Change to modern tank destroyer. Need just a little bit more to make that viable. And then we are really going to need Portugal in this war, because we're going to be using a lot of tungsten. Wait, actually, do you use tungsten? Do you use chromium? Chromium. Never mind.
Attention!
Right, and I should also put a commander in charge of you. I have just the man, in fact. Mr. John Cunningham. Even though he is a submarine commander, he has other stuff which is going to be very useful for you. The submarine's down here already. Nice. Oops.
Ready to move.
Oh, I see. This is already dead. Excellent. In that case, push up north.
Ready to move. Orders. Listen up.
I think this is it. The fall of the Axis in Africa. Do they have any ports? One. But we now have convoy raiders who are going to be cutting off their supply here. Just like I did with Greece. And their scramble to the Red Sea has not worked. See you, Tori. And yeah, it is now 10 o'clock, which is usually when I would start the next stream, but because I started the previous one late, I'm going to start the next one late. So I'm going to go off now, get something to eat, and then we'll be resuming this at 11 o'clock tonight. So 11 PM, we will be continuing this game. Hopefully see the fall of the Axis in Africa, and then the beginnings of the offensives against Japan. Thanks everyone for watching. I do hope you're enjoying this. If you are, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when we are live again in the future. If you're really enjoying this, then do consider subscribing. Or you can also check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking. Loads of Hearts of Iron up there if you can't get enough of this. And then also a Discord, if you want to come hang out with the rest of the community. You can find us at this link here. That is also where the community hangs out, so it's always a pleasure to see some new faces there. Right, I'll be back in an hour. I'm getting hungry. See you later. Bye.